In the last session, we have seen the working of D flip-flop and how the characteristic equation, characteristic table and its excitation table has to be written. Okay, in today's class, we will be seeing about the JK flip-flop. Okay, so this JK flip-flop, it has been invented by the Texas engineer called as Jack Kibley in the year 1958. So this JK flip-flop is going to be similar to your RS flip-flop. Okay, but certain advantage is going to be there with respect to your RS flip-flop. So whenever I am going to say the signal, that is your inputs J and K, it refers to the set and the K refers to the reset signal. Now coming to your circuitry, what is the difference you are seeing starting from your RS flip-flop? So this RS flip-flop is your two cross coupled NOR gates, right? So whenever I want to convert this to a, which is shown in red color, so if I want to convert this to a D flip-flop, what I have to do? I have just to put a NOT gate and connect it here, right? So now what is the changes I am going to do here to convert this to a JK flip-flop? Okay, in this JK flip-flop, I am using two AND gates in front. So, I am going to have a clocked RS flip-flop in which I am going to add a two AND gates at the start in order to convert this to a JK flip-flop. So, whenever I am going to have two inputs and clock pulse and Q bar, either Q bar or Qn bar, any notations, okay. So, with this we can draw the graphical symbol. Now moving on to your truth table. I am giving the clock pulse here. Whenever I am going to give the clock pulse, I am going to analyze the four states 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Okay, now we will analyze the first condition when both the inputs are 0. So, when both the inputs are going to be 0, so what is the function of the AND gate? The AND gate's function is that when both the inputs are 0, the output will be disabled, right? So, if both the inputs are 1 only, the AND gate will get activated, right? So, whenever I am going to give 0, 0, so these two AND gates will be disabled. As a result, the output will be retaining at its previous state itself. So, only it is marked as Q1 and no change condition. Right, now we will see what happens whenever I am going to reset my flip-flop. That is 0, 1. Already I told you this K is with respect to your clear signal. In that case, I am going to reset my flip-flop. Whenever I am going to reset my flip-flop, my Q value will be 0. That we have seen already, right? So, now we will just see how we are going to able to arrive this with the circuitry. So, now I am going to make my K as 1 and J as 0. Okay, so whenever I am going to make this as 1 and this as 0, what will happen? So, this AND gate is going to be disabled, only this AND gate will be enabled. Okay, clock pulse is given, your input is given. So, this 1 from the K will pass on to your R. Here, what is the logic circuitry we have known from your NOR gate? Already we have seen this logic in your RS flip-flop. Okay, because here you are using the NOR gate, you have to follow this concept. When one input or both the inputs are 1, the irrespective of the other input, it can be either 0 or 1, the output is going to be 0. So, if one input is 1, irrespective of the other input, the output is going to be 0. Okay, of course, this 0 is going to be penetrated here, 0 and 0, the output is going to be 1 here. So, what is the inference from this condition? Whenever I am going to give my K as 1, it is going to reset my flip-flop. Okay. So, now this condition is done with. Now, we will move on to the set condition. Okay. So, in set condition, what will happen? J is 1 and K is 0, and we know generally when J is 1, that is set is 1, it is going to set my flip-flop, right? So, J is 1 and K is 0. So, what will be the case? Now, this gate will be disabled, only this gate will be enabled. So, this 1 will be passed on to here. You know, if one input is 1, output is going to be 0. Now, this output is going to be carried out. Okay, 0 into 0 is going to be 1. So what is the condition now? When my J is 1, it is going to set my flip-flop. So this condition is verified. Okay, now we will move on to the next condition. That is, what is the next condition? Next condition is both the inputs are going to be 1. Okay, so when both the inputs are going to be 1, what will happen when both the inputs are 1? When the clock pulse is applied in these places, again I will have 1. Okay, so when I give 1, what will happen? So both the inputs are 1, which was already 1, it will change to 0. Okay, so when I give 1, whatever the input previously it was there, it changes to 0, it changes to the opposite state. That is called as your toggle state. Previously it was remaining at 1, but now when I give 1, according to the logic, it will change to 0. Of course, this 0 will come here. 1 into 0 is 0. Okay, again this process, if you are going to go on check this, so this value will be going on changing. Okay, so which is called as a toggle state. If 0 means 1, 1 means 0. So this steps goes on changing. So what will happen? Initially it was in the set state. Initially in the third condition it was in the set state. Whenever I am going to give 1 1, in that case what happens? Whenever I am going to give 1 here, this changes the state to 0. So this condition is called as toggling. So which was earlier 0, it will change to 1. 1 means 0. So this condition is called as toggling. Thereby we are able to overcome the indeterminate condition or your forbidden condition in your RS flip-flop. So toggling means switching to opposite state. So switching to opposite state. Thus it overcomes the advantage, that is the disadvantage in your RS flip-flop by incorporating the toggle condition instead of the indeterminate condition. Okay, so now if this is the working of your JK flip-flop. Suppose if I want to convert this JK flip-flop to the T flip-flop. So what I have to do? I have to just, so this J and K is there. I am just going to connect it, and if I am going to put a variable T, then it becomes a T flip-flop. Okay, as I already told you, if it is going to be a flip-flop, you will have a clocked signal. Suppose if I want to explain in terms of JK latch, in that place, instead of your clock pulse, give enable. Here, instead of clock, you write it as enable. If the enable is 1, the entire process will work out. Okay, so thus in this session, we have learnt about the working of your JK flip-flop, what is toggling condition, and how you can change it to a JK latch, and how this JK flip-flop can be turned on to a T flip-flop. Okay, so in the next class we will be seeing about the characteristic equation, characteristic table and the excitation table of your JK flip-flop. Thank you.